With the truth. Once again, thank you all for joining in. I greatly do appreciate it. Greatly do appreciate it. I want you guys to like and share, as well as like and share. All right? Like and share. Like and share. Tonight we have a very interesting topic tonight. And we're going to dive right into it after we finish with our current events, okay? I have one current event today to share with you all. And the current event entails this. An Ohio Amber Alert was issued today in North College Hill, Hamilton County, which is Cincinnati, Ohio. And a 2-year-old Brandon Roser Jr. was taken from the babysitter. Okay? And I was kind of wondering, I'm like, taken from the babysitter? Okay, the babysitter know her. I'm like, okay, let me do a little bit more research, okay? Well, come to find out that the woman that abducted the little boy lived in the same house. Lived in the same house. Now, the little boy was abducted at 5 o'clock this morning when the aunt noticed that, the great aunt noticed that the baby was missing. But the mother and the great aunt did not report the baby being missing until 10:30 this morning. Nah, I had an issue with that. Yes, Joya, it is so sad. I'm like, okay, you all let this woman stay with you all. Did you know anything about her? Huh? Did you know anything about her? And if you did, would you allow this person to be around your child? Come on now. Would you allow this person to be around your child? And then to come to find out, this woman, Lucy Bullock, she's 22 years old. She has a very extensive criminal background, okay? I guess she done it from A to Z. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, if you write this down, you can. She's in a black 2009 Saturn SUV 4-door with Ohio plates JVU 5960. I hope they find her. Let me find her and the little baby be safe. So I think we need to keep them lifted up in our prayers that she'll return the little boy. He be found safe and sound. All right? Okay. Thank you all for joining in. Okay. You all, thank you for joining in. I greatly appreciate it. I want you guys to like and share. Like and share. Because tonight we're going to be talking about something that has not really been addressed. Okay? Has not come up with a solution. Right, Rochelle. Help bring this baby home. If anybody see this woman, okay, please notify the authorities. Notify the authorities, because this is very heartbreaking. And I just imagine this being a mom. Just I just can't imagine it. I know it's hurt. I know it's hurt. I know it hurts a lot. I know it hurts a lot. But let's be mindful of that family. That the little boy will be returned safely. All right. So we're gonna ask that the little boy be returned safely. All right. Now, you all seen our subject tonight. Our subject is this. Is the school the prison pipeline? Is the school the prison pipeline. Now, when I say that, you might get the idea that children are, the way they act and they heading straight to prison. Okay, I can see you getting that idea, and that is happening also. All right, but this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about being incarcerated. I'm not talking about being expelled. I'm not talking about the academics. Gun control is not resolved, the issues. And how about arming teachers with guns? I don't know who had that idea, but guess what? I'm not for that. That's not going to solve anything. That right there is just like having a shootout. That's like having a complete shootout. You're going to arm teachers and staff with guns? I don't like that idea whatsoever. I don't like that idea at all. None. I don't like it at all. Don't like it. It's a bad idea. I don't know who came up with that idea, but whoever came up with that idea, they need to dump that. Because that's not going to work. All you're doing is setting up for what? A failure. You're setting up failure. Because guess what? Guess what? Are these teachers, listen, they like you and I. They're just ordinary citizens that have issues, everyday issues, that have everyday issues. And they may come to school, done brought their weapon of choice, done brought their weapon to the school and having a mental breakdown. And you all can imagine the rest. But you allow this teacher or staff member to carry a weapon. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. To me, this is ridiculous. And I say that the school is like a prison because now you got teachers and staff walking around with guns like they COs. Like they are COs. I'm not understanding that at all. Hopefully teachers will not be armed. But so far, I have done some research, and some teachers, some states have issued that teachers be armed. I don't know. That is not a good idea. That teachers should be armed. You know, it's not. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea because you know one thing about it, that some students disrespect authority. We know this. Some students, they disrespect leadership. We know this. And some students disrespect their teachers. They disrespect adults. Now, you all have seen videos where the student jumps on the teacher, fighting them, and the teacher is not allowed to hit the student, or else they're committing a crime. But, however, if this is happening to a teacher or a staff member, and they are allowed to bring in their weapon of choice, what do you think is going to happen with that fight? You think that teacher going to be able to maintain their composure? I think not. They would not be able to maintain their composure. Somebody's beating you up, but you got a weapon. You think that teacher's not going to use it, or a staff member? Go figure. What measures are we using to protect our schools, our children in the schools, from kindergarten all the way to college? It seems like no one is exempt. Not one child, not one young adult who's trying to get an education is exempt from a school shooting. Not exempt at all. Not exempt at all. The army and staff is, and the teachers, is a false sense of security. I said it. It's a false sense of security. A false sense of security. I want to know this. How many more lives will be victimized? How many more lives will be snatched away while our children are at school? How many more? How many more? That's what I want to know. How many more body counts must we have before something is done? Now, gun shootings at the school is not something new. However, I believe that the people have become desensitized because they hear this news all the time. It's like it's the regular 6 o'clock news. You hear this news all the time that there has been a mass shooting at a school, whether it be elementary, high school, college. It don't even matter to people. It don't even matter. Whether it's been all that, there's still nothing has been done to deter this behavior from occurring in our schools. Now, here we are. Not only is there danger to the students, but also there is danger in workplaces, danger at the mall. They have shootings there. At the movie theater, shootings. At different events, they have a shooting. You know, our lives have been altered. That now we are all now on a high alert. We're on a high alert. And if you don't pay attention, then you get caught up. You get caught up. And you'll be one of the numbers that either lost their life or been wounded. All we trying to do is live and enjoy life. But then here comes someone that wants to ruin it, that wants to attack. And this right here, whenever you lose someone in a shooting, lose a child, it has to do something to your mind. It has to do something to the parents. I left my child in your care. I left my child in your care. But however, My child didn't get a chance to come home, but I left him in your care. Wow. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Now, you know that down through history, there has always been school shootings. Okay? Always been school shootings. But I can remember and go back to the Columbine shooting. You all remember that, when that went down. Now, almost every day or every other week, we are still hearing about school shootings. This should not be happening. This should not be happening. Now, let me read this to you that we will find a brief list of mass school shootings. I mean, and the list was long to me. According to the United States Department of Education, and through 1998 to 1999 school year, 3,523 students, wow, that's a lot. High school was 57%, junior high was 33%, and 10% in the elementary schools. In these school shootings, mass shootings. Now, in 2007, Virginia Tech, on April the 16th, University, considered to be the deadliest shooting in history. This gunman, he killed 32 people. 32 people at the university. 32 lives destroyed. 32 families destroyed. And then, you know, we all remember April the 20th, 1999. Anybody remember what happened that year? During the school year? Can anyone tell us what occurred that particular year? Do you know what occurred that particular year? Well, let me put it to you like this. This is what occurred that particular year. 2 students went on a shooting spree. Okay? 13 was found dead, and over 20 were wounded. Listen, it was 2 of them. It was 2 shooters at the high school. 2 students that attended that high school. And they have been planning this for a year. Now, this is what they done that nobody even seemed to be suspicious of. They brought in a large duffel bag. Large duffel bag. Put it in the cafeteria. Well, what was inside the duffel bag was weapons. But the most thing that was going to cause calamity was a what? A bomb. They done made this here bomb, and they left the bags in the cafeteria. Anybody remember what school this was? I'm going to read on some more. Now, when the detonator didn't go off, What happened? They started shooting students coming out. They ambush them. They been ambushed. Now let me tell you something. That was Columbine High School. Columbine High School. It was just horrible, and then they killed themselves. Wow. Then there's the conversation of gun control. Then we all remember Sandy Hook. Poor children lost their lives. I'm just gonna go down the list. It's just the list is extensive. The list is extensive. In 2007, I already told you about Virginia Tech. 2022, Robb Elementary, 21 fatal, 17 injured. 2018, at the Marion Stoneman, 17 lives taken, and 17 lives were wounded. In 2012, the Sandy Hook, like I said earlier, elementary school, 27 children, 27 lives was just taken, and 2 were wounded. Wow. So sad. Then in 2023, this year, guys, when the teacher was shot by a 6-year-old student. He brought a gun to school. Now, it's amazing we haven't heard any more about that. Are the parents going to be charged? Who are the parents? Yeah. We ain't heard no more about that. Probably not. Have to wonder what's going to go on. And after all these calamities at the school, people are screaming gun control. We need gun control. Who are you going to control? We need gun control. Are you serious? That is not going to work. The NRA is not going to go for that. And I just heard on the news tonight somewhere where they said you could only have 30 rounds. 30 rounds. And if you don't turn in your guns, the ammunition, your guns, then you're going to be fined. I don't know how many people you think are going to get in line and turn their guns in. I'll wait. How many do you think are going to turn in their weapons? How many? I would say very few law-abiding citizens. Very few. Now, I want you guys to like and share. Like and share, please. And when you get the opportunity, go over there to YouTube. Go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, okay? Listen. It's just a matter of time that nobody have a gun but the criminals. Yeah, you know, that's not right. But to me, gun control is not the answer. Stricter ways to purchase a gun legally may be to deter someone from purchasing a weapon legally. But however, there is this thing called illegal weapons. You can dodge that one, right? By buying you an illegal weapon. So that doesn't deter gun control. That doesn't stop anything. That doesn't. Gun control do not stop, because I'm gonna tell you what, people are not going to turn in their weapons. And like I said before, the NRA, they're not going to go for that. They're not going to go for the fact that we got to turn in weapons. They're not going to go for that. One thing about America, Americans, they love their what? Guns. They love their guns. And the thing about it is this, people. Listen to this. Even when you have gun control, you know, they have a computer, I think it's 3D, 4D computer, as to where you can make your own gun. You can make your own gun. So gun control, to me, that's off the table. That's off the table. Then like I said before, then wanting teachers to be armed? Are you serious? Really? That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. Wow. That's not logical. To me, it's not logical for teachers and staff to have. That's not logical to me. That's nothing but a shootout. That's nothing but a shootout. However, why supply them with that? Wait a minute. Why haven't the United States implemented a security system that will deter people from entering to the schools with weapons? Why? Why all these years? It's still happening. It's still happening. You done put out rules for purchasing a gun and all this other stuff. Listen, it's still happening. It's still happening. Students are still losing their lives. Staff members still losing their lives. Educators still losing their lives. Even after you implemented some gun laws. This do not work. I mean, how many shootings do it have to be before you realize, oh, that's not working? How many shootings do it have to be before you realize that's not a good idea? How many mass shootings at our schools where our children attend trying to get an education? How many more lives must be lost? And this ain't just overnight. This has been happening down through the years. Down through the years, this has been happening. Now, you know what? Our government, well, President Biden, and has the idea of sending all this money to Ukraine. I think it's over $80 billion to Ukraine. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I feel sorry for the people of Ukraine? Yes, I most certainly do. I feel sorry for the people of Ukraine. Yes, I feel sorry for them. They shouldn't have to be going through that. But however, in the United States, we should not have to be going through these mass shootings at school that keep occurring and reoccurring, and nothing's being done. You know, they could have took that 80 billion. They could have took that 80 billion and put up detectors, metal detectors. There's some of you saying this. Well, some of you saying, well, metal detectors don't detect all the time. But one thing I got to say about that, about the metal detectors, is this: it will deter many not to bring a gun to school. Not to bring a gun to school. Just think about it. At least you got something in place that the students would think twice. They would think twice before bringing a weapon to school. Now, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened last week. At my great nephew high school. They had to have a lockdown. And that lockdown occurred around about 2 o'clock, 2 something. I got an alert. And come to find out that the principal and staff have found out that there's a student in the school with a gun. Okay. So another student saw the guns and they reported it. I told my nephew, whoever reported it, they are a hero. They are a hero. Whoever reported that boy brought guns to school, he's a hero or she's a hero. Because they saved many lives. They say if you see something, say something. Because if you see something and you don't say anything, guess what? You're going to feel guilty because you didn't say anything, and all these students that lost their lives. And teachers that lost their lives. Because you don't want to say anything. You always got that saying, what is it? Snitches get stitches. You know what? I'd rather get a stitch than a bullet. That's what I'd rather get. So, this student is to be commended. To be commended on reporting this incident. Yes, we applaud you, yeah. So parents, guardians, aunties, uncles, grandparents, whoever you are, instill inside your child or the child you take care of. They must let authorities, the teachers, know if you've seen a gun. Like I said, people have become desensitized because this is happening so frequently. It's like, just put up the metal detectors. I don't care if they don't get all of it. Guess what? It would deter them from bringing one. It could save the lives of so many if you stop it right there at the door. Oh, we ain't got no money. We don't have no school money. The school don't have any money. Oh, really? But guess what? Got to sending 80 billion over there to Ukraine. That could have been used for every school. Every school. Every school. And I don't care. Somebody might say, well, they got more than one interest. I don't care if they got more than one interest. Listen to this. Put metal detectors at every entrance that someone can enter in through. And get some more security. Get some more security. How many more lives must be taken while our children are at school? How many? How many school shootings is it going to take? What you going to do? The gun control is not going to work. Arming teachers is a bad idea. And like I said, last week, my great nephew, high school, went into a lockdown. Well, they found the student, but the student didn't have the gun on him. Then later on, I got another report that they found the gun. Well, the next day, mind you, the kids supposed to get out at 3:20, all right? This alert came around 2 something. The kids didn't get out of school till almost 4:30. So, no, parents was up there. Oh, yeah, I was there. Oh, yeah, I was there. What I could have done, I don't know. What other parents could have done, I don't know. But I was there. Now it's going to be like them parents that was down there in Texas where they had the mass shooting and the police did not even enter in, and they heard the shooting. They still standing at the door, at the hallway. I think it would have been like some of them parents. Yeah. Take matters into my own hands because y'all not doing nothing. And we done lost all these children. Because you all standing by. Waiting on a command. Are you serious? That was sad. That was very, very sad. All of them are sad. All of them are sad. So I believe that we should take care of home first. Charity begins at home. You know that. It begins at home, then it spreads abroad. Okay? It begins at home, then it spreads abroad. We need to take care of home first. We need to take care of our homes first. First and foremost, we must take care of our homes. The United States should come first. Take care of home. Then you got something left over you want to throw over there to Ukraine, do so. But you need to take care of home first. How many shootings will it take before somebody step into action? How many shootings will it take before somebody implements something besides gun control and arming teachers? How much more must we bear? How much more must we bear? How much more? How many more lives had to be lost while they're at school trying to get an education? How many more lives do we have to lose? Well, like I was saying, let me say this too. The next day, I got another alert. You never guess what it was. You never guess what it was. The alert that they sent me, another one, the next day, is that they found another gun. They found a second gun. They found a second gun. A second gun. They on the news now talking about arming teachers. Arming teachers. Are you serious? Are you serious? Arming teachers. That is the stupidest idea I heard. It's despicable. This is the Wild Wild West. That is not a good idea to arm teachers. We already got teachers doing unspeakable things. There's a child predator, a teacher in the school. Now you want to arm the teachers. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. It'll just be an attempt. It would be only an attempt to try and stop the shooter. Who's to say the shooter won't get you first? Because they might have a scope on their gun. They might even have a machine gun. Now what? And you got a 22 or a 38. When you gonna get that first bullet off? When you gonna be able to get that off? When you gonna be able to get that first bullet off? An assault rifle against a 22, a 38. Who do you think gonna win that? Huh? Before you even get a shot off, they better shot you. But y'all think it's a grand ideal to arm teachers. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Now, this is what I found, and I thought this was very interesting. I'm just going to put it up here for you guys just for a second. Up here was something I found, and I'm like, wow, this is how it's going to. This how it's going to end up. This how it's going to end up being. Is it going to end up being like this? Let me show you guys this. Let me show you this. Will it end up being like that? Teacher carrying an assault rifle, machine gun, look like to me. And then the children have guns on their desks. That's not going to get it, y'all. That's not going to get it. That's not going to get it. That's not going to do it. Sorry, people. That is not the answer. That is not the answer. It is not the solution. It is not the solution. Now, I don't have very many people on here tonight, and that's fine. That's okay with me. Because guess what? I wanted to speak out about this because maybe you don't have any children in school. Maybe you don't have a young adult attending college. But however, this still should be a concern for each citizen. This still should be a concern. You hear so much about these school shootings. Now, like I said, people have become desensitized. They become desensitized, like they don't care. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Another one? Oh, yeah, what happened? Oh, okay. Nonchalant about these school shootings. Nonchalant. It's shame on you that are being nonchalant and desensitized for what is happening to the students. Elementary students. Come on. Elementary students losing their lives. They're talking about 8, 9, 10-year-old. And we still haven't done anything. We still have not implemented a solution. Besides the one you know is not going to work. It's not going to be effective. Gun control is not going to be effective. Arming teachers is not going to be effective. These will not deter one from bringing a gun to school. Something else that really disturbs me is this, that where's this gun going to be at? Now, the teacher's going to be carrying guns. So where is this gun being kept? Where are they going to keep this gun? Are they going to lock it down? Are they going to lock it away? Are they going to lock it where it can't be broken into? Where are they going? Well, since they say armed teachers, that sounds like to me, you being armed, that you're going to be carrying this weapon. Because they say armed teachers. So that means you're going to be carrying this weapon. You think that's a grand idea? Well, I wish I could have been on that committee, because now they're going to pass this stupid stuff talking about arming teachers. Oh my, that is not a great idea. It's not a great idea. It's not going to work. I want you guys to like and share, because this is something that affects us all. In some type of a matter, it affects us. It affects us all. So we, you know what? We the people need to speak up. Instead of carrying signs talking about gun control, you need to implement something else, such as metal detectors. And so he said, oh, they don't catch everything. They can still come in there. But guess what? Guess what? It will deter students from coming in there, or whoever coming in there. Like the Sandy Hook. He just walked into school, started shooting. They need to have something in place, a metal detector. Then if it detects a weapon, then you have other security where these maybe some gates to come down. that they can't enter into the building. Just think about that. Maybe a gate will come down where they cannot enter into the building when that alarm goes off, indicating they have a what? Weapon. Oh, that's gonna be so expensive. Yeah, but we got 80 billion going over there to another country. Oh, that's not for the school. That's not for the schools. It's for the educational department. No. No. We all in this together. We all in this together. And guess what? All students' lives matter. All students' lives matter. So you can stop picketing, carrying your signs, talking about gun control, talking about arming teachers. Please get those thoughts out your head. That's not going to resolve our issue. That's not going to resolve the issue. Period. It's not going to resolve the issue. Sorry. Sorry, boo-boo. It's not going to resolve the issue. But one thing about it, if a person want to get a gun, they can get a gun. They can get one. Easily. Or you can't have a gun under disability. Well, really? They got one, didn't they? Yeah, chew on that. Chew on that for a minute. They got one. I want you guys to like and share. Like and share. Because this is a discussion that everybody want to push underneath their freaking rug. Because you hear so much about it that, oh, this is a norm. No, we are not going to allow this to be a norm. Do not allow these shootings at the schools to be a norm. Oh, there's another shooting at the school. There's another shooting at the elementary school. There's another shooting down there at the junior high. There's a shooting down there at the senior high. There's a shooting over there at the university. There's a shooting over there at the college. How many more do we have to hear about this? How much more do we need to hear about these school shootings? How many more? Until we come up with a solution. And like I keep saying, arming teachers is not the solution. Arming teachers, that is not the solution. Period. It's not the solution. It just adds to the madness. Arming teachers just add to the madness of it. Really? Next thing you know, you hear in the news, teacher that had a mental breakdown, shot all the students in the class. Now, who fault that gonna be? Did you all think about that before you want to implement that teachers should be armed? Have you thought about the psyche of the teachers? or the staff? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about students that jump the teacher and take their gun? Have you thought about that? Because, it's one thing to learn how to shoot a gun, how to handle a gun. It's totally different than being in what? Combat. It's totally different. Totally different. Because your nerves going to be on tilt. Now, unless you just going to live out your fantasy being Rambo, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. But I know it's not a good idea. I know that much. The ideal is not good. Let's do something, people. Let's do something. Let's do something. Let's do something. You need to start rioting, protesting, put metal detectors in the school, put security in the school, secure our schools, put up walls in the school. That when the alarm goes off, that there is someone is trying to breach the building with a automatic weapon or a weapon of their choice to take away lives, then we need to do more. We need to do more to make our schools safe. To make our schools safe. We need to do more. More needs to be done. Gun control, not the answer. Arming teachers is not the answer. Let's get some metal detectors, get some more security, put up some other security measurements, such as, like I said before, I think this would be a good idea. They try to come through the school through the metal detector. A gun is detected. Bam. What happens after the gun is detected? Bam. Let the walls down so that that gun person does not even get inside the building to what? Cause destruction and take away lives. I wish I could have been in on some of these meetings, discussions about school safety and security. I wish I could have been there because I sure would have shot that down. Arming teachers. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. I don't want my nephew and niece going to a school and the teachers carrying guns. I don't want that. I don't want it to happen. All right, like and share and go over to YouTube and subscribe, please. I greatly do appreciate it. We can end our broadcast for right now. It has passed our time. We're 2 minutes over, but that's okay because I got out what I wanted to get out, and I was definitely going to tell my part of how I feel about these school shootings, and we're not doing anything. When I say we're not doing anything, our government not doing anything, but sending money somewhere else. Over 80 billion. Know what we could have done with that? Made our schools safe. At least try to make our schools safer. That's what we could have done with that. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I feel for this. I feel for the people over there in Ukraine. But as they always said, charity begins at home. Then it what? Spreads abroad. So take care of home first. Take care of home first. Then see what you can do. All right? Like and share. Thank you all for joining in. I greatly appreciate it. Remember this. I love you. But guess what? God loves you best. Have a safe weekend. Have a pleasant weekend. And try to stay dry. Stay safe. God bless you all. And thanks for tuning in. We're going to listen to some music right here. And we're going to listen to this one. We're going to leave on out of here. Like and share.